from our faith-based area of the African American community. And this lovely lady's name is Reverend Raichera McCray. And Reverend McCray is a youth pastor for New Philadelphia AME Church. And it's such a privilege to have you with us, Reverend McCray. I call her Reverend Ray because I attend her church as well. So I'm kind of stuttering over her name. But Reverend McCray is her actual name. We're happy to have you. And please share with us some of the impact that COVID-19 has had on the youth in the church.
Thank you guys for having me. Within the church, the youth are really struggling. I would say at the beginning of the surge in the COVID-19 and us quarantining, you know, a lot of my youth were all excited at the beginning of 2019 of the school year of just wanting to enjoy senior year. And now all of a sudden they had to quarantine. They couldn't have their senior events, their senior trips, prom, games are canceled. So, you know, normal lives, they felt like they were robbed. A lot of them, I had a couple who were just like, they didn't even want to go to college. They were just like, you know, forget it. They wanted to go away. They didn't want to do school from home. And it's been tough. I even think about my children, you know, my son, who's in the gifted and talented at Luther Burbank, you know, I can't even get him to finish a project, to finish anything. But it allowed me to realize that the same grace that I preached, you know, that God gives us, you know, we had to learn how to give that same grace to our young people and realize that, no, they may not be struggling financially. They may not be struggling with making sure the bills are paid, but, you know, a lot of us didn't have our senior year robbed, the transitions into the freshman year robbed, you know, all those days taken away from us. Like we were able to enjoy dressing up on the first day of school and, you know, seeing your friends and going to the football games on Friday nights, and they can't. And if they do, they have to be spread out. They cannot, you know, come together. And then a lot of them are also plagued because they're being raised by grandparents, older parents. So, you know, they're now really stuck in the house. So, you know, in actuality, it's been tough. You know, trying to meet their needs is tough. They don't want to Zoom. They don't want to, you know, FaceTime. They're on Zoom during the day for school. Meet me, I see you when I see you is how they treat. I always say they treat me like that, even though that's not how they feel. But, you know, I always say, well, I'll see y'all in passing, I guess. So then, you know, you find other ways to reach out to them. So it's tough.
Reverend McCray, what are some of the things that you were doing in your church to help engage the youth?
So we do meet up. I do have Bible study every Tuesday and Thursday. But to be honest, you know, I'm always very transparent. It doesn't work because, like I said, they don't want to Zoom. So now I have put together videos. And so I just send out my messages. My God Squad, who's over the ages like 13 to 21, I send out their Bible study, and it's really just like, you know, 15 minutes max. You can't go, don't go any longer than that. And then for my little kids, who are our children's church, Kids Corner, you know, I'm now putting together more, you know, cartoon-like material so that it would be more appealing to them. And not everyone has their own time to watch it whenever at their leisure. And then you start giving them incentives to actually watch it.
Yeah.
So you try to figure out ways, but it's still tough because I may be considered a young person. I'm actually kind of old. So it's like, I don't even find myself as innovative. So you have to, you know, figure it out for them.
Reverend McCray, I know also that you are a parent. So how do you like homeschooling on Zoom?
Child, these kids need to go back to school. I don't. Honestly, they're not going to go back. I do not like homeschool. I do not like virtual school. why, and just being very honest, it shows my weakness as a parent. It shows the fact that it's the accountability, the follow through. You know, I have a full-time job. You know, I have things I have to get done. This afternoon, I'm typing away trying to get my financials done, month-end close. And my son is, asking me 101 questions. And I'm like, can you wait? And he's like, I need help with my vocabulary. Can you wait? And so we're learning we're learning to give each other grace. So, but it's also allowed me to realize that you as a parent, you figure out your own weakness. And then you learn how to do what's best for your children, but yet still giving yourself grace that you're not perfect and that you're going to make mistakes.
Amen. Thank you so very much, Reverend McCray. I tell you, and I heard it very early on during COVID. It was probably about April or May. I started hearing things on the radio where parents were saying, I apologize to all of my children's teachers from now to all past. I think we all ascribe to that, right? We apologize to all of our children's teachers in the past, because this really shows us, that we're not so good teachers sometimes. So thank you very much for sharing that youth perspective for us.